What is up, guys? Triple H Guy 2004, real quick back here. This morning, for some reason, I woke up wanting to watch a wrestling match, and I popped on WrestleMania 18, and I'm watching WrestleMania 18, and I'm going through the, go through the pyro, and I'm just gonna watch this, and then it dawned on me, duh, Rock and Hogan are on this. Rock and Hogan are on this match, and it's been many years since I've watched this. I've watched it a couple times since it actually happened. A few times. I'm not sure exactly how many exactly. But this match, I watched it back this morning, and this match is amazing. I mean, it's not even that it's a great professional wrestling match, because it's not a bad professional wrestling match, but it's not the greatest of wrestling matches. But for the crowd itself, the crowd was amazing during this. Of course, you had Rock, who was the guy that had been WWF. He's starting to go out a little bit on his own. But this is right before he went on to Hollywood. He was all WWF, Team WWF, through the thick and thin. And then Hogan comes in with the NWO, boom, hits him with the truck. You know the match. But I'm not going to talk about the build-up. This match, the crowd from moment was on Hogan's side. From the second, Hogan hit that ring, they were on him. And then it just kept building. The crowd, some of the crowd was already with him. You could tell the crowd that was going to be with him from the get-go. And then there was fans that were there, you could tell that when he hit the ring and his music hit, and then Rock's music hit, and then Rock and him stood in the ring, you could see those fans that were kind of dwindling. I'm not sure who to root for. Am I going to root for The Rock? I love The Rock. I love Hogan. But who do I root for? Hogan, I'm not supposed to. And then those people that were there's people over here that were just rooting for The Rock. And there was those people, but from the second of the get-go, you could see those friggin' people that weren't quite sure who they wanted to cheer for go right to Hogan. They went right to Hogan, and Hogan had a fucking good match. I mean, if you go back and watch this match, you even got a choke slam out of Hogan in this match. It was, Rock took, I'm not going to really break it down, but if you haven't seen this match, definitely go back and watch it. I would definitely advise, if you're watching this video, after you watch this, to go watch that match. You don't even have to watch the whole event. I turned it off after it. The crowd was just amazing during this. It really was. I mean, it's one of the best professional wrestling crowds I've ever seen in a match. Honestly, I know there's probably been better ones. But for your bottom dollar, for your crowd reaction, you can't get much better than this. This must have been amazing for these two guys that's sitting in that ring and wrestle and perform in front of those fans at that moment. Hands off to them. Swig of coffee for the working man. But, yeah. Sunday. No pay-per-view this week. Next week. Money in the Bank. We'll get to that next week. But, let's see. Anything else I want to talk about? Samoa Joe versus Paul Heyman. Wow, that's going to be awesome. I can't believe that match is going to happen. That was awesome on Monday night. Yeah, I really just wanted to talk about that Rock Hogan match real quick. Then you had Hogan and Rock, staring each other down. The stare down was awesome. That stare down, the moment, everything. Just go back and watch this. Keep rambling about it. Just go back and watch it. Amazing match. Gonna finish watching the rest of the event. This event holds a dear place in my heart. I've told this story on this channel before, but I'll tell it again. This is the pay-per-view after my grandfather had just died, that week. We'd just gone through, the funeral stuff, and, Saturday, and then Sunday was WrestleMania, and I was honestly, that year, I was contemplating not watching WrestleMania, and then, my brother said, somebody said in my family, or I just came around to watching it, I can't, not move on with, I gotta move on with my life. And so I watched this pay-per-view, and this pay-per-view really helped me just get away from that for a few hours. And that's what wrestling is a release. It's time to get away from, moments in your life that are probably the greatest things that are happening at that moment. You can turn it on, and you can be taken away, and that's what I simply was that night. And the performers on that show were awesome. But this match, definitely go take a look at it, guys. Triple H Guide 2004. Peace.